Hello interwebs, this is Alex. I'm gonna do some Annie the Orphan movie reviews. It was my first time watching it, and I was honestly not excited to watch it. I was like, this is not gonna be good, blah blah blah. Actually turned out enjoying it quite a bit. So let's jump right into it. Got some positives. First positive thing about the movie I thought was the child actors. Obviously that's going to be something that comes up. Just because like they were crazy. Like they made me feel bad about myself. Like they're half my age and they're doing these crazy stunts and flips and whatever. They're like on crack little children who just apparently their parents really wanted them to be in gymnastics until their fingers and legs and limbs bled because they were insane. Like it was to the point of like this movie director must have gotten like sued for human child abuse. Like people thought Michael Jackson was bad, like holding his kid over the side of the balcony, you know, but these kids are like spinning around doing flips on like fire escapes that are like yay wide, and I don't know, it just seemed kind of nuts. But yeah. Another thing that I liked was the song quality. Like all their songs, like their quality in the fact that they weren't super good like studio quality, so that you could tell that it was obviously done in a studio and they weren't actually singing and they're just lip singing because it's just the sound of the quality was just way too good. It wasn't anything like that. Like they kind of trick you. I don't know if they thought about that at all or if that was just the best quality at the time that they could get, but it kind of tricks you into thinking that these people are actually singing like right then and there, even though most likely they're doing it in a studio. Because that's one thing that bothers me about like Disney and all that stuff now. Like it's so not auto-tuned, but so edited and studio sounding, and you can so tell that it's just done in the studio and that they're not singing whatsoever. But that's the one thing that I definitely liked about the film. I think some negatives was that I watched it with someone who knew every word to every single song. So, and I had never seen it before. Obviously, I knew like half the songs just from being alive and not living in a cave, but someone who sings all the songs can potentially ruin your movie experience. I sat there with my hand clasped over my neighbor's mouth most of the time. So that's another thing. And it was long. That's one more thing. It was like 2 hours or something. But yeah, it was decently long to where you kind of, okay, when is this going to be over kind of deal. Something like that. Another thing I was confused about was, why is Miss Hannigan so sad that Annie is leaving with some rich guy? Like, yeah, she thinks that she doesn't deserve this awesome life or whatever because she's a little brat, which I kind of agree with. Like, she's a manipulative little child. Like, she gets what she wants. Even when she's talking to some billionaire who doesn't give a crap, she can manipulate her way into his thoughts, his very soul, to make him go to the movies with her. That she sleeps through, by the way. That she is sleeping during. What's up there? Yeah. Anyways, where was I? Where was that going? Oh yeah, why was she so sad that she left? Okay, she doesn't want her to have that life, but she's out of your hair, Miss Hannigan. Like, what's your problem? Like, you can probably take over that orphanage now that the main morale giver is crushed and away from the orphanage. So that was a little little tweak in the system there. So, another thing I'd say is the kind of racism throughout there, like, just subtleties of, I still don't understand the whole Middle Eastern bodyguard guy. What is up with that? Like, I understand this was like a comic strip or something like way before this, so it was not as seriously thought out, but I didn't really get the Middle Eastern dude and all of his random magic tricks. He'd just go, oh, watch this, and then there's some floating thing over there, and I don't think he really ever said really much at all. He just kind of thought it was cool to show people that he could lift things, levitate things with his mind. So it was interesting. Oh, and then when you're Middle Eastern and you're dancing in a play, apparently there always has to be Egyptian music playing, and you have to be doing some like Egyptian person motions. There's no other dance that you can do. And if you're Asian, then there's gongs going the whole time during your song, and you have to be doing karate moves. You have to be kicking someone or punching the air in some sort of your dance, or else it's unacceptable. So yeah, subtle racial things made its way in there. That's not really a positive or a negative, just kind of a WTF moment. So there was that. And oh yeah, the Middle Eastern guy's name was what? It was Punjab? Punjab? Like Punjab. I don't know if that's 100% appropriate. And whose poon is he jabbing? Don't really think that's the greatest thing to have in a children's film. They obviously don't know what it means, but I don't know. And yeah, another just random comment, I guess, would be the oddly sexual themes. Like Miss Hannigan apparently just making out with the radio. And okay, let me know if you heard this. But I believe Miss Hannigan told the rich guy Warbucks, Mr. Warbucks, to kiss her pooch. There's not many things that could mean, and I'm assuming the worst here, to be honest. And don't know if that's 100% appropriate either. But I thought that was kind of funny, just that slipped in there, and in the middle of a song, it's just like, oh, kiss my pooch, okay. Well, alright, let's move on. There wasn't a whole lot of negative things to say, was there? I don't know. And this movie pretty much made me, like, wanna... Every time I hand something to someone, I have to do it in a very dramatic way, just like they did in the movie. Like, she was just looking over the balcony at one point, and there's a gardener down there, and he goes, oh! And he flips around and does all this crazy stuff, and I'm gonna give you these flowers. So if someone just asks you, like, this will be a situation that'll happen soon, and be like, oh, hey, dude, can you grab the ketchup for me? And I'll be like, I have something for you. Oh, there you go, man. So yeah, that's gonna happen soon. Don't know how that will go over. But yeah, I liked it. I surprisingly liked it. So yeah, good stuff.